Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. I decided to do topic 1, which is Jung's psychoanalytical theory of personality, and then comparing it to a childhood story. Now, I'm a huge Disney fan, so it would be no surprise that I decided to do mine on Beauty and the Beast, and I am going to be talking about the 1991 theatrical version, not the actual storybook from it. So, basic story behind Beauty and the Beast is that Prince Adam turns away an ugly old woman at his castle. She then eventually becomes this beautiful woman, and she puts a curse on him for being shallow and only looking skin deep instead of looking into the person within. He becomes this beast, locks himself away in the castle, all the servants become different objects in the household, everything in the castle becomes cursed. Eventually, Belle finds her way to the castle when she's looking to rescue her father and trades herself for her dad. Her dad is released and Belle is locked in the dungeon. Now, the Beast only has a certain amount of time until his 21st birthday, and he needs to make somebody fall in love with his hideous appearance. So the servants start trying to help him fall in love with Belle, and Belle in love with him. Story progresses, they kind of do end up falling in love, and Gaston, which is Belle's betrothed, back in town, comes after. There's a huge fight scene. Belle confesses her love for the Beast right as the last petal is about to fall off the enchanted rose. Beast now becomes Prince Adam again. They fall in love. Everything goes back to normal. The story ends happily ever after. Now, I'm only going to be talking about a few of the characters in the movie, not all of them. I did choose my favorites in order to be able to talk about them. Now, from what I see, Belle seems to be a great mother archetype. She's very nurturing, very loving. There are certain scenes where she's picking up little birds and trying to feed them. She's also trying to teach Beast to be human. For example, there's one point where he's eating at the dinner table and is making an absolute mess, and she kind of shows him picking up the bowl, this would be the right way to do it type thing. She also goes ahead and shows him her love of books and being able to go ahead and read, and she's sharing this whole world with him that he's never been exposed to before because he never paid attention to his library. Belle then goes on to teach him to fall in love, and that's why the story ends up with a happily ever after, so she helps him to grow as a person. Next character, of course, would be Beast, aka Prince Adam, at the beginning and the end of the movie. I believe that he falls under a shadow archetype because he has a problem in the beginning of the movie seeing himself as a whole person. He is a very attractive man and only looks skin deep at everybody, so when he becomes cursed and becomes this hideous beast, it is the absolute worst thing in the world for him, and that is why he locks himself in the tower and blocks himself from all contact outside of his particular castle. Like I said, he sees himself as ugly and does not look past his physical appearance to his inner self. He is also very mean in the beginning of the movie, yelling at the servants and things like that, and he's also very shallow at the very, very beginning of the movie, which is what causes the beautiful witch to curse him. Next is Cogsworth. Cogsworth is a servant in the castle. He is also Prince Adam's advisor. I believe that he is a spiritual father archetype because he is the one in the movie that's kind of giving the advice, this is what you should do, these are the things that need to happen, or the curse is going to continue forever. He basically advises Beast on, this is what you need to say, this is how you need to dress, you need to invite her to dinner, you need to be polite to her. So kind of like a real father would do for a young teenager on his first date. And lastly, I'm going to be talking about Lumiere. Lumiere, to me, seems to be a trickster archetype because he's constantly running around the castle, playing jokes on Cogsworth, flirting with the Feather Duster character, which we later find out is actually one of the maids in the castle. He's very fun-loving. Belle's first night in the castle, he throws a big dinner party for her, and that's where the famous Be Our Guest song scene happens. He's basically kind of like a clown, so he's constantly joking around and things like that. Alright, and then that is the end. If you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and leave a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.